of the FCT ministers on Wike and Governor Fubara as they contend for control of their party and the state. Frequent court cases and disputes have kept Rivers State in a position of political contention. And now, in the meantime, members of the Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party met with the party's caucus in the National Assembly on Thursday over the political crisis in Rivers State. The meeting, held behind closed doors, was aimed at resolving the eternal crisis in the party caused by the rift between Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Recall that members of the BOT had met with Governor Fubara. Also on Tuesday, the BOT held a closed-door meeting with the FCT Minister in Abuja. In another development, a security expert, Mike Uchechukwuma, believes the key to improving Nigeria's internal security lies in decentralizing the country's security structure. Dr. Uchechukwuma, a retired assistant commissioner of police, told correspondent Emeka Otoka that Nigeria's federal policing system makes security chiefs unaccountable to state governors and the citizens. He said that despite successful administrations in the state providing security agencies with equipment such as vehicles and gunboats, many of these resources are either mismanaged or not used for their intended purposes.
I was the PRO when Peter was governor. I was aware he provided all this good hardware. I was still in service when President Energy provided. I retired when Governor Wike provided. Ask them to give you a stock of what they provided. And then go and check whether you can see any of them again. If they are in daily workshops, they are repairing them, go and find out. But you find out that you cannot tell us as a journalist. Accountability is the key word here. Let me tell you, I advocated for the decentralization of policing in Nigeria. And I still stand by it. And in Nigeria does the complete decentralization of policing in Nigeria, internal security will remain a miracle.
Dr. Mike Uchechukwuma also expressed doubt that acquiring gunboats for security agencies will solve the issue of insecurity along the waterways. He said citizens have lost trust in providing intelligence to security agencies because they feel excluded from the security structure.
Point is that providing hardware equipment as gunboats or APCs is not the solution. It's just a surface treatment of the wound. Because the most important thing about security is intelligence gathering and intelligence sharing. Are our people comfortable with the security structure on ground now? Do they have trust and confidence with them as to share information and intelligence with them now? The answer is no. Who are they accountable to? The federal government or the state government? When the state governor goes out of his way to think that he wants to help the people and to list all these hardware, who takes custody of them?
And now police say their Electronic Central Motor Registry ECMR innovation will ensure that motorists are no longer stopped on the road for verification of vehicle information. The Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi said this in a series of posts he shared on X on Thursday to highlight the potential benefit of the ECMR. He said the new system allows vehicle owners to register their vehicles digitally and provides a quick response for emergencies. Still to come, INEC unveils new guidelines for recall of elected officials. Stay with us.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The River State Waste Management Agency, RWAMA, has urged media organizations to collaborate more closely to promote a cleaner environment for all citizens. Acting Sole Administrator Obiohia made this call during a TV interview at his Port Harcourt office. Ms. Ohia praised the media's effort, acknowledging their contributions to national development. He said media organizations should be partners in progress, going beyond reporting indiscriminate dumping, dirty zones, and harassment by enforcement teams. He also spoke on how the agency is tackling these issues.
We also have our sanitation marshals. The role of the sanitation marshals is to orientate the people, is to guide the people on what to do when it comes to waste disposal and waste management. But again, we also have an enforcement team, or you call it the task force. The role of the task force is to see how to apprehend those that violate the law of the land in terms of environmental sanitation and waste management.
The acting RWAMA boss also spoke on other efforts of the agency in carrying out its core mandate.
Like I said, we have our mobile courts situated here. So those in the enforcement team, it is their duty to check out for anybody that is violating the laws of the land in terms of environmental sanitation and waste management. We also have those in the public health who are also part of the enforcement. They move from house to inspect the houses.
Away from that, as Belema Oil Producing Limited prepares to resume oil production after over 3 years of shutdown, its major host community, Kola, says it has granted the company's contractors unrestricted access to operate. The community said it has also approved the execution of projects and other activities within Kola territory. Speaking during a meeting with the company's representatives, the paramount ruler of Kola Kingdom, King Kroma Eleki, expressed satisfaction with the level of preparation by the company to resume production.
More than 3 years, they have not been producing. And you can imagine a company that has a large number of staff in the organization to continue to pay those staff and all of the overhead expenses without production, how it will be with the company. And we ourselves have been worried because it's also affecting us. Today, they have come to tell us that the people of Kola Kingdom, we are giving them the freedom to enter into Kola territory to conduct their operation and let production commence.
The chairman of the Kola Council of Chiefs, Wapakabwari Ebejie Gaga, also spoke on this.
The non-production over this period has negatively affected the community. And now that they want to resume production, it's a good thing because its effect, economically speaking, will impact positively on the community, it will impact positively on the local government, it will impact positively on the state, the federal government, and even the global community.
Where necessary, our youth will be engaged, skilled, unskilled, semi-skilled, and even those who are not skilled will have an opportunity. We do not even have a choice than to see that we protect the activities of Belema Oil within our domain, because that is where even we stand to benefit.
On the spot, a stakeholder from Kola community and president of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Sokobo Saraiwe, stressed the need to sustain the harmonious relationship between Belema Oil and its host community. And now a member of Siat Landlord Association Ubima Estate, Ike Umesi, has disassociated himself from the purported dissolution of the elected executive of the association led by Kingdom Aforole. Mr. Umesi, in a statement, said the purported dissolution and constitution of a caretaker committee by a member of the Board of Trustee from Ubima Long John Dimba was unguided and not for the best interest of the association. He emphasized the importance of collaboration rather than isolation within the association's leadership for the benefit of the host communities. He, however, declared his support for the Kingdom Afro-led executives of Siat Landlord Association. Recall that the registered Board of Trustees, BOT, Siat Nigeria Limited, Landlords Association says it has dissolved the leadership of the association led by Kingdom Aforole and appointed an 11-man caretaker committee headed by Ike Umesi from Omerelu. Away from that, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC says it has received multiple requests from various groups across the country seeking the recall of their representatives in both the National Assembly and State Houses of Assembly. Now, the National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumeku, made this known on Thursday while announcing the new regulations and guidelines for the recall process of elected officials at both the state and federal levels. The 10-page document outlines the procedure for recalling elected representatives, requiring petitioners to submit a request to the INEC chairman. The petition must be signed by more than half of the registered voters in the constituency of the office holder whose recall is being sought. Upon receiving the petition, INEC will verify the signatures to ensure they are registered voters in the constituency before proceeding with a referendum on the recall. We're going on another short commercial break. Israel says its warplanes have hit more than 100 Hezbollah rocket launchers and other terrorist sites, including a weapons storage facility in southern Lebanon. That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. A lawyer has been speaking on the legitimacy of RISIEC's actions ahead of October 5th council polls. PDP Board of Trustees met party's National Assembly caucus on Thursday over Rivers crisis. INEC has unveiled new guidelines for recall of elected officials. And on the foreign scene, you heard Israel says it has hit 100 Hezbollah rocket launchers in Lebanon. The news was edited by Chioma Ezewafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.